Good evening, guys. Today I am going to discuss last year question paper of Labour Enforcement Officer of UPSC. The first question is, consider the following commissioner committees. Which one of the following is the correct chronology of the above in ascending order in terms of the submission of report? The correct chronology is C. The first one, Royal Commission on Labour. Second, Labour Investigation Committee. First National Commission on Labour. Fourth, National Commission for Enterprise in the Unorganized Sector. Question number 2, family planning become an integral part of labor welfare as per the International Labour Organization resolution passed in the year. The answer is D, 1947. Question number 3, which of the following is a not correct approach with respect to welfare services undertaken by organization in the commercial and public organization? The answer is A, one only. The incorrect statement is, as welfare is provided by the state to all, hence duplication by the other organization is undesirable. This is the incorrect statement in respect of our welfare services undertaken by the organization in the commercial and public organization. The fourth one, which one of the following is the earliest labor law in India? That is Factory Act, which was enacted in the year 1881. Which one of the following theories of labor welfare is called efficiency theory? That is functional theory. Functional theory is called efficiency theory. 6. Which of the following statement with respect to housing is a not correct? The answer is, in that case, the answer is B, 2 only. According to the revised integrated housing scheme 2016 for workers, central assistance for a new may be released in 12 equal installment. This is the incorrect statement with respect to housing. And question number 17, which of the following benefit may be combined under the Employee State Insurance Act 1948, that is maternity benefit and medical benefit? Which one of the following is the total period of maternity leave admissible to a woman employee having 2 or more than 2 surviving children under the provision of Maternity Benefit Amendment Act 2017? That is 12 weeks. The answer is C. Question number 9, what is the share of women representative in the advisory committee to be constituted under the Equal Remuneration Act 1976? The answer is A, 1/2 of the total member. Question number 10, the International Labour Organization Convention number 102 on minimum standard of social security was adopted in the year. The answer is C, 1952. In case of permanent total disablement, which one of the following is the minimum compensation to be paid under the Employee Compensation Act 1923? We all know the compensation amount is 1,40,000. The answer is B. Which of the following statement with regard to section 1 of Employee State Insurance Act 1948 is not correct? Again, the answer is V, 1 and 2. That is, the act shall apply to all factory including factory belonging to the government. That is not correct. The act shall not apply to a factory under the control of the government whose employees are in receipt of benefits substantially inferior to the benefit under this act. This is also not correct. And 3 and 4 the correct with respect to the section of Employee State Insurance Act 1948. Question number 13, as per the doctrine of added peril is applied to Employee Compensation Act, a workman cannot hold his employer liable for the risks if at the time of accident the employee, the answer is A, that is undertake to do something which the employee is not ordinarily required to do and involves extra danger. Question number 14, which of the following form part of the principle concerning the fundamental rights as per the ILO's constitution? And that is, the answer is B, the ILO's constitution. Which of the following form part of principle concerning the fundamental rights as per ILO's constitution? The elimination of all forms forced and compulsory labor. 1. 2. Freedom of association and effective recognition of the right to collective bargaining. Third is that is effective abolition of child labor. All are correct statement. Which are of the following do not fall in the definition of unorganized sector under the Unorganized Sector Social Security Act 2018? That is none of the above. None of the above. All are fall under the definition of unorganized sector: self-employed worker, wage worker, contract worker, home-based worker. Who among the following used the phrase collective bargaining for the first time? That is A. Sidney and Beatrice Webb. Who among the following propounded the bargaining theory of wages? That is John Davidson. As per the Industrial Dispute Act 1947, an interim or final determination of any industrial dispute or of any question relating thereto by any labor court, industrial tribunal or national tribunal, and include an arbitration award made under the section 10A can be termed as, that is, award. Question number 19. Right to collective bargaining between employers and workers in India is a voluntary under labor law. B. The answer is B. Voluntary arbitration is a statutorily recognized mode of settlement of dispute under Industrial Dispute Act 1947. The answer is B. 21. According to Cartlevin, which one of the following is not the basic mechanism for managing change? Is not a basic mechanism for managing change, that is composing. All are for managing change. Unfreezing, changing and rephrasing all are part of change management. Question number 22. Which one among the following was the earliest school of organization theory? Earliest school of organization theory. The answer is A. The Human Relations School. Which one of the following statement about human resource planning is not correct? That is C. Job evaluation is a systematic and orderly process of determining the job summary, job title, supervision, and working condition of job. This is not a correct statement about human resource planning. All are correct. That is the job. Answer is A. Job analysis is a systematic investigation of tasks, duties, and responsibilities of job. This is correct statement. Question B. Job description is an organized, factual statement of duties and responsibilities of specific job. This is also correct. And D. Job specification is a statement of minimum acceptable human qualities necessary to perform a job properly. This is also a correct statement. 24. Who among the following developed the multiple management technique of management development program? The answer is A. Charles P. McCormick. 25. Which one of the following is the human resource management responsibility of line manager? That is C. Assist job analyst by listing specific duties and responsibilities of the job in question. Question number C. Question number 26. Sensitivity training is imparted to improve which one of the following skill of the manager? That is A. The answer is human relations skill. Which one of the following is not included in the development of human development index? Index, that is employment growth rate. Employment growth rate is not included in development of human development index. All other are included. Then question number 28. Which one of the following is the correctly match? Which one of the following is the correctly match? As per the question, the correctly match statement is a C. Assessment center used increasingly as a selection tool. Otherwise, all are not correctly match. Who among the following opined that natural justice is a great humanizing principle intended to invest law with fairness and to secure justice, and over the year it has grown into widely pervasive rule affecting large areas of administrative action? The answer is D. Justice P.N. Bhagwati. Question number 30. Which of the following rules constituted the basic principle of natural justice? That is, all other rules constitute the basic principle of justice. No one shall be judged in his own case. No decision shall be given against a party without affording him a reasonable hearing. Quasi-judicial inquiry must be held in good faith without bias and not arbitrarily or unreasonably. All other rules constituted the basic principle of natural justice. In which one of the following cases did the Supreme Court summarizes the principle on the recording of reason by a decision-making authority? That is D. Kranti Associate Private Limited versus Masood Ahmed Khan. Under which of the following act the registration of trade union is void according to the Trade Union Act 1926? This is the question. The answer is C. That is the same. The Society Registration Act 1860, the Cooperative Societies Act 1912, the Companies Act 1956. What is the what is the maximum aggregate fine provided in the Trade Union 1926 for continuous failure by a trade union to submit written under the act? That is A, 50 rupees 50. The maximum fine imposed is rupees 50, rupees 6, rupees 5 per week. A trade union must have to pay rupees 5 on weekly basis and maximum rupees 50. According to Trade Union Act 1926, for which one of the following purpose the general fund of a registered union may not be spent? That is the maintenance of any person who is a member of legislative body constituted under the constitution of a local authority. The answer is C. 35. Which one of the following is not a ground for cancellation of registration of a registered trade union under the Trade Union 1976? That is 35. C. The answer is C. The general body of a trade union has shown no confidence in office wear. This cannot be a ground for cancellation of registration of a registered trade union. And C. For registering a trade union under the Trade Union Act 1936, which of the following is the minimum number of workers required to be employed in an establishment with which it is connected? That is B. 10% or 100 of the worker, whichever is less, subject to minimum of 7. Who among the following is empowered to make regulation under the Trade Union Act 1926? That is both state government and central government. Consider the following trade union. Which of the following is the correct chronology order of the above trade union based on the year of their formation? Year of their formation, that is C. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. That is AITUC, INTUC, UCHMS, BMS, and CITU and CITU. Question number 39. Which one of the following is the name of newspaper started by N.M. Lokhande? Started by N.M. Lokhande, that is Dinbandhu. The Second International, which grew under the influence of socialist philosophy during 1889 and 1916, was organized in Paris. Which one of the following was originally formed to give Indian representation to ILO? That is All India Trade Union Congress. C. Who among the following was the founder president of International Trade Union Confederation? That is B. Saran Bureau. Which one of the following does not come under the jurisdiction of Labour Code under the Industrial Dispute Act 1947? That is compensation for loss of production during strike. This is not come under the jurisdiction of Labour Code under the Industrial Dispute Act 1947. Which one of the following is the rate of compensation in case of layoff under the Industrial Dispute Act 1947? That is 44. The answer is A. 50% of wages and DA. According to the Industrial Dispute Act, temporary closing down or permanent closing down of places of employment are respectively referred to as C. That is lockout and closure. Temporary closing down is lockout and permanent closing is closure. To which of the following types of establishment the provision of layoff under the Chapter 5V of Industrial Dispute are not applicable? To which establishment? That is C. Hotels. The layoff provision of layoff under the Chapter 5 of Industrial Dispute are not applicable in hotel. As per the Industrial Dispute 1947, an employer cannot change the condition of service specified in 4th schedule of the Act without giving notice, and within, the answer is B, 21 days of such notice. The 48. According to the Industrial Dispute 1947, which one of the following cannot be raised as an industrial dispute by the trade union of a worker? That is C. Recognition of trade union. It cannot be a dispute. Keeping in view the scheme and object of Industrial Dispute 1947, which one of the following statement is not correct? Which of the following statement is not correct? That is B. Under the Act, a dispute relating to dismissal of workmen cannot be treated as an industrial dispute without the support of trade union of worker. This is not a correct statement. Which of the following action does not qualify as strike within the meaning of section 2Q of Industrial Dispute 1947? That is C. Go slow. To which of the following industrial establishment Chapter 5B of Industrial Dispute 1947 applies establishment employing not less than 100 workers? Which of the following Which one of the following is not true with respect to strike and lockout in a public utility service under the Industrial Dispute Act 1947? The answer is B. Notice regarding strike and lockout needs to be given within 8 weeks before the striking or locking out. Question number 53. Which one of the following is the maximum number of members of given reversal committee constituted under the Industrial Dispute Act 1947? That is 6. Which one of the following is not an adjudicatory body under the Industrial Dispute Act 1947? Court of Inquiry. The answer is B. Under the Industrial Dispute Act 1947, within which time period from the publication of an award of an industrial dispute to which appropriate government is a party, the appropriate government shall make an order rejecting or modifying the award? The answer is C. That is 90 days. As per the Payment of Wages Act 1936, in case of termination of employment by the employer, wages earned by the person shall be paid before the expiry of second working day after the date of such termination. The answer is D. 57. As per the Payment of Wages Act 1936, which one of the following is the total amount of fine can be imposed on an employed person in one wage period? In one wage period, 3% of the wage payable to him in respect of that wage period. Which one of the following is not included in wage under the Payment of Wages 1936? That is B. Any sum paid to employed person to defray special expenses entailed on him by the nature of his employment. Question number 59. Although realization by the way of fine under the Payment of Wages Act 1936 shall be spent only for? The answer is D. Such purpose beneficial to the person employed in the factory or establishment. Question number 60. Which one of the following is not an authorized deduction from wages of an employed person under the Payment of Wages in 1936 is not authorized deduction? The answer is D. Deduction for contribution to employer welfare fund. Fine imposed under the Payment of Wages Act is recoverable on one-time basis. Minimum wages fixed under the minimum wage is determined. Fixed under the Minimum Wages Act 1940 is determined. That is B. Irrespective of the capacity of employer to pay. The concept of national floor level minimum wage was mooted under the recommended by National Commission on Rural Labour. Minimum Wages Act 1948 was enacted for the purpose fixing of minimum rates of wages in serial employment. Out of the following, which norm was not recommended in the 15th session of the Indian National Conference for Fixing Minimum Wages? That is B. Education, medical requirement, minimum recreation, etc. to constitute 25% of the total minimum wage. Question number 66. As per the Minimum Wages Act 1948, the rates of minimum wages, which are finally notified in the official gazette, and unless such notification otherwise provides, comes into force after the expiry of which of the following period from the date of its issue? That is C. 3 months. Review of the minimum wage rate fixed under the Minimum Wages Act 1948 should not exceed. The answer is B. 5 years. Which of the following is not included under the definition of wage in the Minimum Wages in 1948? The answer is D. The value of any house accommodation, supply, light, water, medical attendance, any other amenity, any contribution paid by employer to pension fund or provident fund, any travelling allowance or the value of travelling concession. Question number 69. Under the Contract Labour Regulation Evolution Act 1970, the total number of members of the Central Advisory Board other than the chairman and the chief labour commissioner central shall not exceed 17. The Contract Labour Regulation Evolution Act 1970 is applicable to establishment in which the answer is B. 2 and 3. Work of an intermittent nature is performed for more than 120 days in the preceding of 12 months. Work of seasonal character is performed for more than 60 days in a year. 71. Under the Contract Labor Regulation Evolution 1970, the chairman of the State Advisory Contract Labor Board is appointed by the state government. As per the contract labor regulation evolution of 1970, what is the minimum number of contract labor ordinarily to be employed by the contractor, so that employer must be provided a canteen, that is 100 number. The contract labor regulation evolution of 1970 excluded from the definition of contractor one who supply goods and articles of manufacture to an establishment. The answer is C. Question number 74. No court shall take cognizance of an offence under the contract labor regulation evolution of 1970 except on the complaint by or with previous sanction in writing of the inspector. The answer is C, the inspector. 74. 75. Part 3 of Child and Adolescent Labor Prohibition Regulation 1986 deals with regulation and condition of work. 76. Who among the following can appoint the inspector under the Child and Adolescent Labor Prohibition Regulation 1986? That is 76. Appropriate government. 77. As per the Child and Adolescent Labor Prohibition Regulation in 1986, in which of the following types of occupation a child can be employed in audiovisual entertainment? In audiovisual entertainment they can be employed. 78. Which one of the following is the maximum spread over of daily hours of work, including interval of rest, time spent in waiting for work under the Child and Adolescent Regulation 1986? That is B, 6 hour. Which of the following is not true with respect to amendment introduced by the Child Labor Prohibition Regulation Amendment Act 2016? Amendment 2016, that is, offences under the Act are made non-compoundable. There are 10 persons employed in a shop, and therefore the payment of gratuity act 1972 becomes applicable to shop. After some time, 3 employees resign from the services of the shop. Resultantly, which of the following is the correct legal position on the applicability or otherwise of the said act, or otherwise of the said act? The act will continue to be applicable on the shop. As for the payment of gratuity rate, what is the rate of payment of gratuity in an establishment? That is C, 15 days of wages for every completed year of services. As for the payment of gratuity, what is the rate of payment of gratuity in seasonal establishment? 7 days wages for each season. According to the Payment of Gratuity Act, the employee who is required to make nomination for the purpose of second provision to subsection 1 of section 40 shall be completed 1 year of service. Under the section 282 of Payment of Gratuity 1972, which of the following is not included while determining the continuous service of 1 year, period of strike declared illegal? Under the Building and Other Construction Worker Regulation, Employment and Condition of Service Act 1996, what is the minimum number of female in building worker ordinarily to be employed, so that an employer is bound to provide a creche? That is B, 50. Safety committee is mandatory under the Building and Other Construction Worker Regulation, Employment and Condition of Service Act 1996. If a prescribed minimum number of building workers are ordinarily employed, what is the minimum? What is this minimum number? That is D, 500. Which of the following is or are included in the definition of building or other construction worker under the Building and Other Construction Work Regulation and Employment and Condition of Service Act 1996? That is 1 and 2. B. The answer is B, construction and alteration, and second is demolition. 88. Under the Building and Other Construction Worker Regulation, Employment Conditions Service Act 19, who among the following is appointed as an ex officio member to State Building and Other Construction Work Advisory Committee? That is the chief inspector. Under the Building and Other Construction Worker Regulation, Employment Condition of Service 26, in order to be eligible for registration as beneficiary of Building and Other Construction Worker Welfare Fund, our worker must have been engaged in building and other construction work during the preceding 12 months for at least 90 days. Under the rules and building of other construction work regulation employment, what is the minimum weight which an adult woman is permitted to carry overhead? That is 30 kg. In case of adult, that is 55 kg. An adult woman is permitted to carry. The answer is 30 kg. The term WannaCry is associated with cyber attack. The 9th BRICS summit was held. This is also come from current affairs side. I think I have crossed the all questions relating to HR. Thank you. Thanks for watching my channel. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you.